Hi, I'm Bonnie English, and today I'm going to be looking at heated jackets, what they're like and how to fit them. So when I went touring in Europe last summer, it went from 30 degrees to about 12 degrees and pouring with rain, so it was freezing. So I pulled over in Bristol and I got myself a Keis heated jacket. So I found this jacket a really great buy. It's super comfortable, it's lovely and warm, it's nice and tight fitting so it fits underneath my other jackets, and it's relatively stylish as well as heated jackets go. Now there are loads of heated jackets out there on the market. Keis, when I bought this one, only had a small choice, but I believe their range is increasing all the time. So for you lucky blokes out there, you have a bit more choice. The Keis heated jacket comes in two versions. You have the long sleeve version and you have the body warmer. For the women, it just comes in the body warmer style. So the long sleeve jacket heats the chest, the arms and the back. It is quite generous, however, so if you're wearing tighter outerwear, then this would probably be too bulky. If you're an adventure bike rider, however, and your clothes are a little bit more baggy, then this would be spot on for you. And also women, if you're an adventure bike rider, then obviously you could wear the men's jacket and it would be fine. So I chose the sleeveless version, the body warmer, which heats the front, the chest and the back. I wear quite tight outer clothing, so this works really well for me. Try and find a fit that is close and as tight as possible to you so that it delivers the most heat. So what do we get in the box? Well, obviously we get the jacket, we get a fused power supply cable, and we get some spare fuses. The fused power supply cable comes with some ring connectors so you can connect it directly to your battery, but I'm going to show you a better way. So what doesn't come in the box are the controllers, which are additional purchases. You have the standard controller, which allows you to scroll through manually from low, medium or high heat. And you have the Bluetooth version, which you can also operate manually or can be connected via Bluetooth to the Keis app. So how do we use this jacket? Well, if you don't have a controller, you go to the left-hand side panel, find the zip, unzip, and you will find the male power supply connector. You would simply then just plug this into the power supply cable in your bike and that will deliver you a constant high heat. The downside of that is just to turn the heat off, you would simply have to unplug. Personally though, I would recommend getting a controller. You can control the heat and you're not stuck on high setting all the time. You can add additional accessories such as heated trousers or socks, and they would get plugged into this little socket to the left here. To use the controller, unzip the left pocket. You have a male and female connector. Plug the cable in. Then you can simply tuck that all away. And the controller hangs nice and neatly on the left-hand side for ease of accessibility. So here it is. What do you think? It's nice and tight fitting and it keeps me beautifully warm on the bike. And it sticks to my rule of everything when I'm touring has to have two uses. One, it keeps me nice and warm, and two, should still be able to pull down the pub. So the quickest, easiest and simplest way to connect your power supply cable to your battery terminal is by simply connecting your ring connectors. Job done. However, my two-use rule. If you are running other accessories on your bike, you're soon going to run out of space on your battery terminals. So I have a fix. So you're going to need some 20 amp 12G cable. You'll need a bullet connector and you'll need some 8mm eye terminals. These are all easily available at your high street electrical supply shop, and also a little bit of shrink wrap. Start by bearing the ends of the cable and then popping a terminal on the end of each one. Then swage the terminal onto the cable. Finish off by using some shrink wrap to keep it safe and neat, and obviously then repeat the process with the negative cable. So next, cut the connectors from the power supply cables and bare the ends. Confusingly, both ends are black, so identify the one that came from the fuse, pop a bit of shrink wrap over the top of that one, and that one is the positive. On the opposite end of the 20 amp cable, bare the wires and then using an appropriate connector or solder, bring together the positive and negative wires of the bullet connector and the power supply cable. The length of the 20 amp cable is dictated by where your battery is in relation to your saddle. So what you're left with is your battery terminal connectors, your bullet connector and your power supply cable. With the bullet connector you have infinite possibilities to add extra accessories such as your battery tender. So finally all you have to do is to connect your wires to the terminals of your battery. Don't forget always to do the positive first. Fit an appropriate fuse according to the jacket manufacturer's instructions. Find a suitable place where you can route the female connector to the left hand side of the bike, and then top tip, use a cable tie to just secure the cable in place. That way if you forget to unplug when you hop off the bike, it doesn't pull out the whole assembly. So with that all done and the saddle back on, we're good to go. Plug in, turn on and enjoy a hot ride. I'm Bonnie English. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like or subscribe.